Who could forget May 18th, 2024, Tyson Fury versus Usyk right here at the Kingdom Arena. And next to me, up first, King. This battle, so much hype surrounding. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Nice exchange here from both men. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Good counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Could not have come soon enough for this guy. And there's the bell for round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Beautiful counter punch. He misses with that jab. These two were made for each other. There's a counter shot. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables. That's Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Beautiful counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
A very competitive round. You're 10 seconds left. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on.
And there's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That jab doesn't find a home. Both men step back for just a moment. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter lands. Threw a punch and just got countered. They both want a highlight reel knockout. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. And there's the bell for round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Counter punching. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. perfect counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful though. Those counter punches have to hurt. So much firepower here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. Here we go in the 6th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter. And he scores with the counter. Do you believe this? Punch, counter, and this fight is over. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.